It's a long way from Sydney, Nova Scotia to being one of the most popular Montreal Canadiens of the 1980s. Now, this guy, when you mention him to a Montreal Canadiens fan, we smile. Two words come into our mind: a true Montreal Canadian, a throwback to the Habs of the 60s and 70s, and a hero to every fan of the 86 Stanley Cup winners. Of course, we're going to talk about the legend of Mike McPhee. Now, Mike McPhee, born February 14, 1960, in Sydney, Nova Scotia, became recognized very quickly as a good minor hockey star, but did not get recognition until he started with RPI in the Eastern College Athletic Conference in the late 70s, early 80s. Now, over 4 seasons, it led to him being drafted in the 6th round, 124th overall in the 80 entry draft. He was 6'2", 205, very rugged, wasn't scared of any place on the ice. He was sent to the Nova Scotia Voyageurs for seasoning in the 83 season. In his rookie year, he got 25 points in the regular season and 2 in a 7-game playoff. 84, he eventually ended up with the Voyageurs again, but was called up for the playoffs. And ladies and gentlemen, the 84 Stanley Cup run, a lot of it is due to Mike McPhee. He had 5 goals in 14 games in the regular season, and he basically only got 1 goal in the playoffs, but his toughness allowed him, Montreal, to advance by Quebec. He was the kind of the unofficial instigator of the brawl to end all brawls. If you look closely at the tape, McPhee was right in the middle of the start of the brawl. Now, that year he came within 2 games of making the Stanley Cup Finals. Now, in his rookie campaign in 85, he had 17 goals and 22 assists for 39 points, including additional 4 goals in the playoffs, where unfortunately lost to Quebec. But in the Stanley Cup year, he had a tremendous campaign, 40 points in the regular season, including 19 goals, playoffs 7 points, including 3 goals. Now, he played in the last great era of the Montreal Canadiens. He got to help Montreal to the finals in 89 with 41 points that year, including 4 goals and 7 assists in 20 playoff contests. Now, his last 2 seasons, he left Montreal in 92. He ended up in Minnesota. Too bad he missed the 93 Cup run. He would have been a great addition. And he played in a shift over to Dallas in 94. Now, full NHL totals, and even 200 goals, 199 assists, 399 points. But each of those 200 goals were big. If you did statistics of the big goals that players would score, like power play, game tying, game winning, half of McPhee's goals were big. 134 playoff games, 28 goals, 27 assists for 55 points. Now, the civil engineering degree he earned at RPI really worked on him for well, because he made a lot of contacts, and he was probably one of the most cerebral players on the Montreal and Dallas, Minnesota roster. Now, when he retired from the NHL, he went back to university, and University of Dallas, where he received his MBA. He's now a financial advisor for the National Bank of Canada in Halifax. Now, he has done a lot of volunteer work, including Kidsport, the U.S. Kidsport in Sport Nova Scotia, United Way in the Halifax region. He's also in the committee for the Heart and Stroke Foundation, Hockey Heroes Weekend, and the Danny Gallivan Cystic Fibrosis Golf Tournament. Now, the talent in the family just doesn't stop with Mike. His daughter Allie was a track and field athlete at McGill. She won 6 gold medals and a silver in 5 meets during the 07 season, and this included 3 gold in high jump, and 1 as the anchor of McGill's 4x200 meter relay team. She also competed for Team Nova Scotia at the 2005 Canada Summer Games and the 2006 Canadian Junior Track and Field Championships. And what we like to say in hockey circles, no, he is not related to George McPhee. But What was really kind of weird, I was told many years ago that he was first kind of recognized, like the NCJHL was a very good junior team. He was on a point a game pace with a team called the Straight Pirates. Good name, by the way. Straight Pirates. 50 goals in 32 games and 87 points in total. Now, just to look at the achievements, and these are very heavy. He was on the NHL All-Star Game roster in '89, Stanley Cup champion '86. He was a Jacques Beauchamp Molson Trophy winner for Perseverance '88, '90, and '91. A great induction in the Nova Scotia Sports Hall of Fame in '99. He's inducted also in the Cape Breton Sports Hall of Fame, and he's also was named the National Bank Financial Wealth Management Excellent Award winner for Ottawa, Gatineau, and the Atlantic region in 2012. So not just a pretty face, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here's the big debate: is he a top 100 Montreal Canadian of all time? Well, I don't know, because he wasn't like a defensive specialist, and he wasn't a goal scorer. He was just that beautiful second or third line player that wasn't scared to stir the shit, and that's what he did in a lot of key games. Again, I don't think we would have defeated Quebec in '84 were it not for Mike McPhee. I don't think we would have won the cup in '86 were it not for Mike McPhee. We almost won the cup in '89 because of Mike McPhee. So everything he did. But I keep on seeing these totals, ladies and gentlemen. You know, he's the guy that had seven seasons of playing in every Montreal Canadian playoff game in their quarterfinal or semifinal or final runs. Okay? 87 was a lost year too, because he lost to the Flyers. But let me put it in perspective. The only reason why Montreal advanced as far as the Flyers, because you know they bet Quebec again that year. He had 7 goals and 2 assists for 9 points. He would turn up his game in the playoffs. He would turn up his game against contests against the Flyers, the Nordiques, the Oilers. He would save it for the big teams, and that's what you want in a player. Now, I would suspect that Mike McPhee might be coaching down the road if he ever decides to stop counting money. I think he'd be a good coach. But the problem is, when you go in financial planning, why would you work? I hope he invested a lot of his money in finances, because, you know, I don't think Mike McPhee was the most highly paid player when he's playing with Montreal. I heard he got medium 6 figures. To me, as a fellow Maritimer, watching Mike McPhee beat the shit out of Quebec players in the '84 Game 6, was a feeling, because, I'm not a Nordique fan. I respect him. But you know what Dan Bouchard did in '82 said God defeated him. And Mike McPhee should have asked Dan Bouchard, where's God now? Where's God now? Anyway, have a good day. Bye.